Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life.
Hats.
I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
When did we last do a pod? Was it last Thursday? It was a Hats and Brendo last Thursday. Yep.
But we're going to do two. Maybe so. Should you say that, or we're going to just cue them up, or what's happening? I know I'm touching the mic again. So.
Yeah. Oh, whatever.
We're going to do. We've got an interview tonight, but we've got an extra half an hour, so we're just going to squeeze in an extra something. But we've got nothing to talk about. What do you want to talk about?
I'm just swallowing my beer.
I haven't even opened beer yet, so
yeah. No, I got nothing.
Okay, see, that's been wonderful.
All right, that about covers it.
Yeah, that was Rogan, the truckers.
Yeah,
what do you want
okay.
to
Let's
talk
go
about?
there. Let's go there. Why not? Rogan. Let's talk about Rogan. Like, what's that about? So we've got Neil Young, Joni Mitchell. I think India Re now has.
Who?
Oh, she's
Somebody.
She's a bit of a soul R&B singer chick.
I don't know pop
No.
culture, but go on.
And I don't know who else. I remember nice. There was some article about such and such a. Oh, nice. Such and such a band has also pulled a thing. I'd never heard of them. There's some indie.
It's the people
with like
now.
5 people.
Yeah, there'll be people
following.
with like 4 followers or something
Yeah.
doing it just to try and get their name out there now.
Just for engagement, absolutely.
I never thought that's
Yeah.
quite clever. Actually, I quite respect that.
What a joke!
I'm joking.
What a joke!
Oh, I know.
Whatever happened to free speech?
Totally. I did about 20 minutes before you came round. I looked. I didn't know how many downloads Rogan got, so I just did a quick Google. 190 million a month.
Oh, I saw that
Right?
tweet. Yep.
So if literally everybody pulled their content off Spotify, they will not do that. But if literally everybody pulled their content off Spotify, Spotify would still get 190 million downloads a month. Like, they don't care.
No.
And you know what's going to happen. Like, there's that 190 million is going to become 250 million just because of
It'll be going up.
publicity, right?
It'll be going up now.
Danish krona.
Danish krona.
Come on.
What are we doing? A timestamp?
Yeah. No,
both
well,
timestamp.
actually, I was going to say no, but yeah.
Price stamp.
Damn, I should have looked before. Bitbo, still Bitbo.
I
What's going
know.
on?
It came good for me for a while, and then it went a bit.
Still
shit.
working on desktop?
Yeah, desktop's fine.
Okay, well, talk about Joe.
No, let's talk about the price stamp. I feel it's the weakest part of our episode.
Oh, dude, you want to just get rid of it?
Oh well, what?
Well,
I mean, it may mean something to you. It may mean something to someone else. It means nothing.
The only thing it means to me, so it's what bothers me, is that
Stop moving the chair. You're like a child.
I'm just a fidget. What can I tell you? What bothers me about a lot of podcasts is that it's kind of like, it's Bitcoin only exists in America or something, and it's not. It's for everyone, right? So how without doing the timestamp thing, because it is a bit
Price stamp.
Yeah, what did I say?
Timestamp. That's because I said it.
Yeah, without doing that, how do we just have guests that are from different parts of the world?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's the answer. Maybe we stop doing this. If you hate it, let us know.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Well, no, I don't mean
it's just like if we're going to get someone from the UK, shouldn't we do the pound? If we get someone from
Yeah, but we are also doing quite a lot of content with Aussies, and the reason we're doing that is because the time difference is brutal.
Yes.
Just to record and find it, because we have day jobs, and most people we have on have day jobs, and we have to find time to fit in. So that really means an evening for us or the weekend, and if an evening for us generally means like 10 o'clock in the morning or something for people.
Yeah.
Something like that
Yep.
over behind us.
Yeah.
So.
Look, I don't want to shit on your price stamp thing.
Well, you're gonna because it's.
I mean, I already have.
You're gonna because
But it's in a way.
Danish krona's not coming up
Well,
anyway.
I was going to say, yeah, Bitbo's kind of pulled that rug for us.
Yeah. Bitbo. What's happening?
Okay, I did a thing. I did 2 things.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which one to go for first. I'll go.
I was really excited by the photo you sent me. Is that
Yes.
one of
Well,
the
let's
things?
do that one.
Right.
So I bought a chest freezer for a cow.
I never thought that.
For hats.
I never thought that would be I bought a chest freezer would be an interesting thing, but I got that picture.
You were excited.
I was very excited.
Yeah,
I was very excited, and because that's basically you just becoming more self-sufficient. Not self-sufficient. Resilient.
Do you know what? They're actually much cheaper than I thought. Like that one cost, I think, $400.
How many sats though?
There's a lot of it's a lot of sats, but it's I'm securing my good food source.
How long does it? What I didn't ask Owen is how long is too long to leave meat in a freezer?
My understanding
3 months?
my understanding is meat or beef is 6 months.
6 months.
Chicken, and like turkey and stuff is maybe 3 months. I think.
I need to ask.
I don't know about pork and lamb and all that kind of stuff, but I'd imagine lamb would certainly be in the 6 month period. I'd have no idea about pork. Brisket will tell us. Brisket.
Yeah, brisket and Owen. Tell us. We don't know.
Yeah. So anyway,
That was exciting.
Yeah, 200 litre freezer. It's
So,
decent size.
How many? 200 litres.
200 litres. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay, I think I got a sort of idea what that is. So was it your thinking? Oh, hang on.
Oh, door's open.
Was
That's okay. Yeah. Yes, it was my thinking.
it your thinking? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That
No one's gonna hear.
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Was it your thinking that all of a sudden you've got so much energy you don't know what to do with because of this panel installation is just running into? So you're going.
Fuck yes.
I want to get the value of what I've
The
just. The money I've
chest
just
freezer,
spent.
and we bought a chest freezer and a dryer in the same.
Oh yeah, true. Because the dryer, but so I guess you'll run the dryer during the day
Just
now,
during the day. Yeah.
because that's when you're making the power
Yeah,
until you
totally.
get the batteries.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think the battery's coming in the next year or so. I think it'll be a couple of years down the track.
Well, the battery has to come when the miner comes.
Well, yes or no, not necessarily. I mean, if
You could turn a miner on off in the daytime. But
no, or I leave the miner on overnight, and I just
run from the grid.
yeah, and I just take that impact, I suppose.
Yeah, take the cost.
I mean, the other point is I'm feeding back 5 kilowatts into the grid.
Mm-hmm.
I just go back to the company and say, okay, I don't want to give you any.
Oh yeah, I'll just use all my own power.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Anyway, so that's one thing. Chest freezer for Hats, the cow, which is really exciting. You know, and the other thing I think we should do.
I ate the other one the other night. It was lovely.
Which one? The sausages?
No, I had the sausage before.
Oh, the mince.
And then when people talking, listen to this.
Who cares?
Yeah, and it made a beautiful chili. But the difference was there was no, when I cooked it, there was no water come off the.
Yeah.
It was like when you cook the supermarket meat and like. You lose
I noticed that-
half the weight in water.
I noticed that in Ireland, actually, bacon. Holy fuck, you cook bacon and it just becomes like you're boiling it because there's that much liquid comes off it. It's
There you go.
ridiculous.
Right. So
I
what was your
forgot
other
what to
thing?
say. No. I had one other thing to do with meat.
Okay.
No, I lost it. Okay, my other thing is I think I've just set 2-Bit Idiots pod up on Fountain.
Oh, that is more exciting.
That
for
is more
people,
exciting.
hopefully.
Yeah. Well, for us, if people feel
well,
like
no,
they want
but-
to throw us some
No, but
sats.
even if they don't, like it's the right thing to do. Like even if nobody wants to, tip us a sat. It's the right thing to do. It's supporting the sort of
The little guy in a way.
Well, yeah, but the openness of freedom of speech again. It's just
Yeah.
come back to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not going to be. It's not in a platform that's going to get Spotified.
That's true.
Right. So
Anyway,
and that was my job, and I didn't do it, and then you just did it in about you did it quickly. You did it quite quickly this afternoon.
yeah. I mean, the profile of the account is set up, and I've sent the RSS feed link to Fountain because the only way I could see to get that activated is to either DM them on Twitter or email them. So I just DM them on Twitter and said, okay.
Oh, really? Is that all you have to do?
That's what the little article I sent you that you obviously didn't read.
I didn't read it. No. I just hadn't had the time.
So not only do you not listen to me, you don't read anything.
No, I
send.
would have read that. I definitely have read that. The other, what was the other thing? I didn't. Yeah, the other thing, the audio stuff. No, I wasn't listening to that.
So anyway, hopefully we can get that up and running in the next day or so. I guess it's up to Fountain whenever you guys want to get back to us.
So it's essentially just exactly the same functionality as a Spotify, Apple Pods, Google Pods.
Yeah. So
Anchor,
So
whatever.
when you first sort of sign up or sign into Fountain, you can actually import your pods from other platforms. So I can just go import from Apple and just go.
Have we said this? I think we've maybe said it. So basically, what we do is we record on a Mac, not an Apple.
I don't think we have.
We don't said this.
No, I don't know.
Well, we tell. Well, okay, we should. Well, did we? I wonder if we'd done it on Effie's because
Maybe.
he was thinking about doing it himself, and I don't know where he's up with it. But So we record on Anchor. We record. No, we don't. We record on what is that called?
That's Logic Pro on a Mac.
Mac. And then you take the audio and you mess around with it a little bit. We don't delete things, but we remove docs and stuff.
The odd fart.
No, most all farts are odd.
No.
And then you upload the file to Anchor. I then listen to it again, and it's really interesting actually. But
it's a lot of work for you.
It is it's not. Yeah, it is a lot of work, but it's I enjoy it. So I don't resent it at all. But and particularly when we've got a guest, because I hear things that I wasn't listening to properly when they spoke, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. So I always get something out of it myself.
Do you often go, oh fuck, I wish I followed that tangent a bit more? Or
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so what do we do? So you upload it. I then listen to it. I write the show notes up. I publish them on Anchor. Unless
there's an issue with the audio. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm a bit quiet, or you're a bit quiet, or
yep.
Can you remove this docs that I missed, blah blah blah, and then well, that's where you should probably say that. So you record us on two different, what do you call that, channels? Yeah, 2 tracks.
So 2 different tracks, so we can, if I'm a bit loud or you're a bit loud, we can modify and try and bring us up together. Yep. And then the guest will be, if we have a guest, they'll be on a 3rd track.
Well, yes, but that's actually slightly different, because through Zoom we only get our combined audio, which is a pain in the ass for me. So you and I combined on the 1 track, and then our guest is on the 2nd track.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just try and balance it as much as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
You. And then I do the notes, and then we publish it on Anchor, but then it then feeds from Anchor to, I was going to say all the other platforms, lots of other platforms like your Apples and your Spotify's and your Google Podcasts automatically.
So you didn't have to do anything.
No, there was
that.
a lot. So there was maybe, I probably went into, if I said 20s, probably maybe 15 different places like Podcast Addict and like all I don't know what they're all called. I went and found a bunch of places you should subscribe your RSS to, and I had to create an account on every single thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it feeds through. Still feeds through to most of them. I don't always check it, because obviously Apple is, I think, 30 to 35% of listens.
Yep.
And then between Apple, Spotify, and Google, it's the most. And then obviously, we also host it on the website, stupididiots.com. And also quite a lot of people actually just stream directly from the website, because we see those stats. So they've clicked through. So if I,
really?
Let's do it, and I'll walk through the steps. So then it publishes. It takes about the first time you do it, it took maybe like a day or maybe even 2 days to feed through to everything. But then each subsequent episode, it seems to be getting better, quicker. It just feeds through automatically. Maybe we've not been silenced yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Then I also use a thing called Headliner. Is it called Headliner? And I take the audio, convert the audio to an MP, whatever it is, video for video
for YouTube.
So that gives me a sort of a little. It's just like a little graphic type thing. It's not video. It's just a little graphic type thing, and it converts it for YouTube. Upload it to YouTube. Take all the description, put it on YouTube, and then it's on technically everywhere in fiat terms. And now what you've done today is add podcast 2.0. So it's now Fountain is the one you've used. Fountain app.
Fountain, but see, I don't know how that works with Breeze then, because Breeze.
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so Apple Podcasts is 42%, Spotify 15%. So that's quite a discrepancy.
So what did you say? 45 and 15.
42 and 15.
40, so you're talking
web browser 11.
Yeah, okay, so 11%.
Probably website and
so and when I publish it, this is obviously purely public promoting our own thing. So the link that I put on is the link to it on our website. And then so some people will follow that link, obviously, and then on that page, people can just listen to it if they want to, or they can then click through to their whatever they use. And then obviously some people maybe subscribe or download automatically. Yeah, do that, subscribe and download automatically. Like. But they do that. It'd be awesome if you did do that. But thanks, guys.
Here's another stat. Sorry, 91% are male.
Male, yeah.
I think that's gone up.
Has it?
6% female. Where are you, ladies?
Yeah, no, come on, ladies. Actually, we have only had one lady guest.
Oh, Camilla, yeah. Actually,
so
that's a
we
good
need
point.
to fix that too.
That is a point. But then
Hey,
I guess if 91% of our
ladies.
listeners are male,
Camilla was very popular,
yes, she was.
but for many reasons.
Yes.
But she was a great guest.
Yeah, champion. But yeah, no, you're right. Like, but the thing is, it's saturated with men. Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's for everyone. That's the whole point. Like, it goes around the world and for everyone.
Yeah. Anyway,
What
that's
else?
how we do it. Fountain.
Is there anything else? No, that's it. That's all. I don't even. So Fountain is brand new today. So I have no idea how that works yet. But I'll need to check it out. And I understand the principle, but I don't. Never used it myself, so I'm gonna.
Well, hopefully, I mean, I struggle with the RSS thing, but hopefully, once they, I guess, link that RSS feed to our profile or account, then
just feed through.
I'd imagine, feed through, and it should just show up on Fountain when people search. Maybe.
But did you not say you went on? So you showed me a video.
No, that was my bad because I searched and it came up, but I think that's because I imported from Apple. I imported my Apple subscriptions, if that makes sense.
Oh,
so
okay,
I think,
right, okay.
So I think that was.
So if you were a guy who's using Apple and you're thinking, Apple, I hate Apple, they suck. I'm going to use Fountain now. You can go into Fountain and just import all your Apple stuff, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Do that, everyone. That's way better.
Yeah.
So yeah, with your own stuff.
Go Fountain. Got to give them a shout out.
Yeah, go.
So is Fountain the same? Oh no, I'm thinking Foundation.
Foundation Devices is
I'm going
the
Fountain
the
Devices.
hardware wallet.
They're not linked in any way.
No, I don't believe so. Because that came Adam Curry episodes on something. So
he's the 2.0 guy.
Yeah.
Or the podcast Godfather or whatever they call it. Podfather. That's right.
Yeah.
That's great.
So that's what we do, and it's a bit of work, but hopefully somebody somewhere gets some value out of it.
It's a bit of work, but it's I love it.
It's good fun, right?
Yeah, shit, yeah. Can I wait? Okay, sorry. Right now, I'm looking at a container in your garage that has a Robin from Batman and Robin costume in it. Please tell me that's not adult sized.
It is adult sized.
Oh dear.
I think that's probably from my stag do Bucks night, as Australians would call it, from 19 Canteen.
Oh yeah. And you've held on to it.
But it was quite funny actually because. So Edinburgh has a comedy, has a big festival, arts festival,
Fringe Festival.
But the comedy is the big part of it, and big part of it. And we went to a show but there's like 700 venues every night during the festival, and some of them are massive theaters, and some of them are like porta cabins. And I've been to lots of gigs in porta cabins. Some of them are the best ones, but so this one was basically a kind of porta cabin one with about maybe 40 people in the room, and I was wearing. You go to a comedian wearing a Robin outfit.
Why?
Well, no, I wasn't choosing to. Other people were choosing to make me wear it.
And you just complied.
Yeah, but the problem was, the guy's like, you must be getting married. Clearly, thanks. And he just picked on me, but.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, stay.
I'm
thinking it's a random night out, and it's like, I think everyone. Do you think should? Damn it! That's a Doxx. Hat should wear a Robin costume.
But then the worst of it was I actually got married before my stag night.
Sorry, I love that. If you just ended it there, the worst of it was I got married.
Well, yeah. I got married before my stag night because we got married without telling anybody, and then everybody wanted a party, so we then had to have a stag night, and then we had to have a reception.
That's weird.
But we had to explain that to a comedian who then just ripped me all night, which was really funny.
Oh wow.
And the only other funny story that goes with that is I have a nemesis, a person I really dislike in the world. But anyway, let's not go there for whatever.
The Joker?
No, well, I went to my mate's 30th birthday. This is a while ago too. I went to and it was a fancy dress.
Yep.
And I was wearing Robin and Nemesis was wearing Batman.
And
I was like, this is the worst.
Was he actually...
Yeah, dressed as Batman.
But this guy was actually a dickhead?
Complete
okay.
dickhead.
So not a nemesis just because he turned...
No, because he was dressed as Batman.
So he was already a wanker that you didn't like.
Just a guy I hate in the world.
And he hated you as well?
Oh yeah, he hates me, absolutely. Probably hates me more than I hate him. No, that's not possible. But anyway, let's not lose any sleep over that anymore. But that was amusing for everybody else because So anyway, that's Bitcoin related. Why?
I don't know. Okay, let's go back to Rogan because we didn't really go into that. What do you think?
Or Rogan. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you like Rogan or not like Rogan.
But why is he? Because he's been controversial for a number of years. But why now? Is it just because he's talking about COVID?
The specific issue, absolutely, yeah. Because the vast majority of people are they're just afraid, and the scumbags of the world are exploiting that fear.
Yeah.
And afraid people will lash out, and Rogan's getting the backlash of that just now. But if you don't like Rogan, don't listen to Rogan. Really simple.
Well, that's what it should be.
Of course it should. Like,
If you don't
like
like
us,
if you're offended by something, turn it the fuck off.
Totally.
And move on to something else.
it's like comedy, right? You go along to watch an hours long show and you laugh at everything, but one joke triggers you. Like, because I don't know, you've got a friend that's blind or something, so you take offense to the blind joke. Like, what are you doing? You laughed at everything else, but the one that affects you don't find funny.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Like, just let people say what they want, and if you really don't like it, just never go back.
Yeah.
It's the same with Trump. I'm not a Trump fan, but shutting him off Twitter wasn't the right idea, was it?
No.
Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, people should be allowed to say what they think.
Do you think people are getting tired or getting the shits with cancel culture?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But it's like society's stuck in this loop of the outrage for reward model, which is really what it is. And I think I've talked.
Oh, you mean
well,
like
I've talked
sort
about,
of a clickbait type?
Yeah, no. Well, I've talked about this
media
before.
outlets, didn't it?
Not so much media; it's social media. So someone who's offended, like on Twitter or Facebook,
the virtue signalers.
Virtue signalers.
Got you. Yeah.
And that, I think that is the absolute crux of modern day cancel culture, because the people that get outraged and angry about something and offended get the likes and get the, oh yeah, you're so right, this is terrible, and then it snowballs.
Well, you're rewarded for being extreme, regardless of what side of that. You're not rewarded for being
Apathetic.
middle of the road.
Yeah, totally.
The middle of the road guy in the current model has got no chance.
Who doesn't give a fuck?
No, I just like I just mean like the respectful, quiet spoken, thoughtful woman who's just saying something. They don't gain an audience.
No.
It's only the people on the fringes that are gaining an audience. So you're getting, and because social media or the internet just in general has made it made it so accessible to, it was Twitter. Like, you've never had a situation, I can't think of in the past, where you could like directly DM, I don't know, Boris Johnson, right? You can do that now, right?
Well,
so,
I
and they may not respond.
Well, I can't think of a platform where you can, other than Twitter, where you can tag someone that can potentially see it. Like,
yeah, it's the best part about it, right?
Yeah, oh, totally.
Because it means if somebody's genuinely, just trying to deceive, or genuinely trying to deceive, that's a bad way of saying it, but then anybody who cares about people being deceived can speak up.
Yeah.
And and so, do people say things that are horrific on Twitter? Yeah, they do. But have you ever walked in a pub? Do you know? Did you ever sit in a pub?
Absolutely.
Do you know? Did you ever go to a football match?
Yeah, but that's not.
That's the world.
Yeah, it's not recorded. It's not out there for everyone. So.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I've listened to Rogan a bit in the past, and some of them I've liked, and some of them I haven't.
Did you listen to Jordan Peterson?
I haven't yet, no, because somebody told me there was nothing about Bitcoins. I was like, no.
Is that right? Yeah. See, I've done about 2 hours, and it to be honest, it's actually really interesting, and he's an amazingly eloquent guy, and passionate. To be honest,
maybe that actually just totally calls bullshit in what I just said, does it? Because he's quite like a quiet spoken, intelligent middle of the line
and you
guy.
listened because it wasn't.
But maybe people are gravitated to him because he's like the opposite of this cancel thing.
I think that's a good point. I think he is.
Like, in a land of liars, the truth teller is the king. You just have to be different.
Yeah.
Being different. And politics does it. Everything does it. It swings from side to side. So when everything is way left.
Pod title. There's your pod title.
What did I say?
A land of liars, the truth teller is the king.
Oh, right, there you go. Nice.
Oh,
I don't think it's mine.
Fuck,
I'm
going to have a tidy wank over that after. I mean, not when our next guest comes on.
I mean, yeah, just now, or we turn the lights out.
Oh, it's great. That's good. I like it.
But it's true, though, right? Isn't it? I'm sure I didn't make it up.
I don't care. I'm like fully boned.
If that's fully vulnerable, I'm so sorry. So yeah, Rogan, I just think, I don't know. It actually is a good thing, and in the long term, it's a good thing because it's waking people up, right? It's waking people up to what.
Well, it's opening a discussion about what's right, wrong, what should be allowed, what shouldn't be allowed. Is that what you meant?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think more and more normal, average people are going, well, hang on.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them, but you can't just turn them off.
Yeah.
Like, just that thought process, right? And then they'll be aware of it. And then, did I say that? I think I maybe said this. Somebody said recently they were cancelled from a Facebook group because they said silly goose on a goose page. Like, they were genuinely, there's a video of a goose. And they said their comment underneath the post was silly goose. And he was censored for hate speech.
But you know what?
For like 3 days or something.
But you probably read about that because that made the fucking mainstream media news.
Yeah, I mean, how else do I know?
It's not
like I'm not
news.
on the goose page.
No.
Or maybe I am. Maybe I'm a moderator of a goose page.
No, you're not a silly goose. You're a fucking goose.
Yeah, so Rogan, what about the truckers? You love it?
I don't know. You need to fill me in. I don't know that much about it. So there's a massive convoy. Are they protesting mandates?
Mandates.
Yeah. What was it? 70 kilometers or something stupid.
It's massive.
That's unbelievable. 70 kilometers of trucks.
It is huge.
Is huge.
It's and
I did see Trudeau's tweet today or yesterday about, we need to stop the Islamophobic, homophobic. He just put every possible category. In this.
Every
tweet.
buzzword we don't.
Oh man.
Like.
That like reeked of desperation.
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. But I mean,
he didn't say blackface.
Funny that, and or segregation. But it's it's just people. The people just want to have their say. They just want to have their say. They just want to speak what's on their mind, and they should be entirely entitled to it. And you don't have to agree with it.
Here's a question. When was there a time when peaceful protest was actually allowed? I think it's getting clamped down on more and more, but I can't think of a time where, like a significant event. Occupy Wall Street, perhaps, but then they tried to move them on.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. I think it was the mayor of Ottawa came out and said it's causing disruptions to normal people now. It's like, of course it is. That's the whole point of a protest, you absolute moron. Like, it's causing Of course, what do you think they're just there to park?
Yeah.
These people aren't earning money just now because they care so deeply about an issue that they're going to park, and they say they'll park for 2 years. I mean, here's the thing: it's quite cold in Canada over winter, and trucks are big and can carry a lot of supplies. Maybe they could be there for 2 years. Like, can you imagine?
That's a good point though that I haven't seen a lot of, is that not only are they standing up for what they believe in, but it's at the detriment to their income, families. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's the same as I recently listened to
very noble
Self-Banked, who's a doctor, he's a Twitter guy. Self-Banked on Twitter. Good follow. Go follow Self-Banked. He was on the Bit by Bit podcast, and
I started the one you sent me, the mining one, home mining.
Also good with Lily.
Oh, yeah, I'm only about half an hour in.
Also good.
Yep.
And that's a good podcast.
Yeah,
Max. So he is an anesthetist.
Yep,
I said that right the
That's
first time.
so hard to say.
I know, yeah.
Say it again.
I know. I got it right once. I'm leaving it. Quite well. I'm ahead. But he is, without wanting to be vaccinated, and he is due to lose his job, and he is standing up for what he believes in, and is going to lose his job. Like, how long does it take to become an anesthetist?
Well, you've got to do your
it's like 6 years of medical study,
and then
another 2 years
specialisation.
of something, and then on the job training for the rest of your life, basically.
It's like probably 8 years, 9
something
years,
like that.
stupid.
It's like, it's massive, and he's
super qualified. He'd be amazing at his job, and he doesn't have the right to choose.
And he must be furious, and he was so eloquent on that podcast. And I'm just like, my God, like, I even said, like, yeah. Anyway, he yeah, go listen to that one. That's really good. But
Yeah.
but there are people like that everywhere, right? There are people like that are care enough. We're getting to the point where things are so crappy that people are starting to care enough to like give up their livelihood, and you know maybe they've got a family or whatever. And
Yeah. Is
so-
it the slow thing of that the meme of the guy dancing on the hill by himself and everyone finally
yes, it
jumps
is.
in?
It is, and once you get two, everybody goes, "Oh, good, there's two."
Yeah.
I'm in, all in.
Yeah,
It's really
everyone's
easy to be
sitting
the
back
third guy.
biting their nails.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
Now, could we live in a world where everybody is the wild first person? It would be pretty that would be anarchy if we all did that.
You
on
wouldn't
every
invite
issue.
him over for a party by himself.
The crazy guy that
Crazy
dances
guy,
first.
yeah.
I don't know. He'd be a legend. That guy. You
but
probably
you-
wouldn't. You probably wouldn't live in the same house, but you'd go on for a night out with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Or maybe you'd be that guy. Maybe you are that guy to
Oh, yeah,
someone.
that's the point. Not
You
me.
actually will be that guy to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just respect to all these. I saw another one tonight. Belgium farmers. They just 2 tractors, and they're just pushing back police vehicles and barriers and everything. And then another one that had what do you call it? A shit spreader. What are those things called?
Shit spreader?
Yeah, like farmers that have big machines that spread shit all over the
like manure and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no idea.
yeah, whatever they're
They
called.
should be called shit spreaders.
I think they are called shit spreaders. I think that's what farmers call them. And they're just spreading. There's just spraying all the riot police with shit. I'm like, I just love it. Like that's. I mean that because that is
That's better than a water cannon.
absolutely. And it's not. It's like it's not. What would you say? It's violent. I don't think that's violent. That's making your point.
That's borderline. That's borderline.
But it's making your but making your point, and it's well, you can't ignore the point when you go home stinking of shit. So yeah,
Yeah, cool.
huge respect to everybody that is doing that, and whether you and it's not to say I'm anti anybody who's decided to take the vaccine either, because if that's your choice, that is also your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish you well with that. I hope that's the right decision for you.
Well, and the point is, I think no one has the right to ask you anything about your personal health.
No, and the arguments would be, like it's, well, what about the strain you're putting on, the health system? But what about the strain obese people put on the health system? What about the strain smokers put on the health system? At what point do we say you're good enough to have health care but you over there are not? And who is the arbiter of that? Like who's the arbiter of the truth?
Well,
Reuters.
To be devil's advocate, the argument would be that smokers don't have a choice and the obese don't have a choice, and both of those are bullshit.
And they had a choice.
Yeah.
We all have a choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much Bitcoin in this Hats and Brendo.
No. What is there to say about Bitcoin? Is it doing anything?
Probably not. And to be honest, we probably have to cut it soon anyway, because we got
Rogan and the trucks.
Rogan and the trucks. No, I liked your I've fucking forgotten it. Land of Liars. That's it.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Okay. See you soon, guys.
So yeah.
Hey guys, if you've made it this far, thanks so much for listening. The plan with the pod is to do sort of guests one week and myself and Brendo the other week, so hopefully that's working for you. If you don't like one of them, just listen to the one you do like. If you want a little bit more information from us, you can find it at bitcoin-first.com/learn.